Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Now I have to be perfectly honest with you. This is quite the interesting little knife. This is a petrified fish hummingbird. Now, I don't know about you, but as it sits on the table, I see a fish. I like to fish, but as it sits right there, I see a fish. I see specifically a codfish, believe it or not. Obviously, it doesn't have a tail, but with this, the quote unquote fin up so far forward like that, little eye right there, it really does. I'm telling you, Google Atlantic cod, tell me what you think. But anyway, this is the petrified fish hummingbird. And when I say little knife, I definitely mean little knife. It's what? Well, let's see. Let's just take a look at it closed. It's 3.5 inches closed, so okay. I mean, it rivals some of the traditional knives we've seen on the channel, but I will say I really love this bronze titanium. I think that's an awesome look. I love that color. The black, hardware on it, I think that looks really good as well. You've got a bronze backspacer. Lanyard hole, tiny lanyard hole. I'm pretty sure you're not using 550 cord in that. You probably have to go with a little bit smaller cord. It is a single-sided or right-hand tip-up carry-only pocket clip. You can see the curvature of it right there. You've got a frame lock. Now, everything with all this milling and stuff going, everything is chamfered out very, very nicely. Looks really, really good. I tell you, I see a fish. But it's the hummingbird. It's the hummingbird. Now, this is indeed your flipper tab. So if this is your flipper tab and your logo is back here, that's where your pivot is. Now look at that notch in the blade for the stop pin. I'm just kind of going real slow with it right now. That's the notch in the blade for the stop pin. It is a frame lock. Look at that wild little blade. That's an M390 blade. That might be the smallest M390 blade I've seen. If you've seen one smaller, let me know down in the comments. But now, this way, with that long kind of beakish type nose, I mean, yeah, it kind of resembles a hummingbird. But like this, I see a fish. But now, it took me a while to get the hang of this because I got to get off that frame because it is a smaller knife. So I was putting a lot of pressure on that frame lock. So you got to get back there on the pocket clip. Does snap out pretty nice. It's uncaged ball bearings, ceramic ball bearings. You do have a choke up point there. But this is just it's a wicked looking little knife. A little odd, perhaps. And it definitely doesn't want to cooperate when sitting on the table to do measurements. So we're just going to have to kind of measure it like it's belly up. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. 4.5 inch overall. I mean, like I said, you've got about a 3.5 inch handle. And then your blade, obviously your blade does come back behind the handle. So you're looking at about a 1.5 inch cutting edge on that. It's a Warncliffe style blade. A little bit of a swedge going on there. You do have a choke up point right here, that forward finger choil. So you can choke up and I can get a 3-finger grip on it without much, but that's about all. 3-finger. If I'm going to grip it back here, yeah, I have to use that forward finger choil. Because really, I mean, do I have control? Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest. This is pretty much a package opener, letter opener. It's not going to be for anything heavy duty. But if you do need, a narrow tipped knife, this might be the one for you. But now I do have to say, these guys clock in at right about, they're selling for $96.99. I think, yeah, $96.99 on the Petrified Fish website. Now, this knife is definitely form over function for me, without a doubt. I see this as a design that somebody wanted to get out there, which is fine. It's cool. Trust me, there's plenty of them out there. It's not the first one that's ever hit the market, but definitely form over function. Does it have a function? Sure. It'll cut tape. It'll open packages, your bags, and, for a large number of people, that's really all they need, to be perfectly honest with you. But, you know, someone like me that takes it to work, does a lot of rope cutting and stuff, yeah, this little guy probably not going to fit that bill much at all. I honestly like it. I think it looks cool closed. Oh, there we go. The frame lock, since it is so small, and I got to be careful because I do end up putting pressure on the pocket clip, which does put a little bit of pressure on. If I try to close it, like, see, there I was putting pressure on the pocket clip again. Got to get too low. But if I got my thumb there and I'm trying to wrestle with it, I can do it. But you guys know I'm a fan of petrified fish. This one I see as form over function. I don't see it as functional or have the usability of most of the petrified fish knives that I've seen, that I've had on the channel. And I've had plenty of them. And yes, Petrified Fish did send this one out for me to take a look at. Greatly appreciate them doing so. It's a cool little knife. Like I said, though, I kind of like it like this because it reminds me of a fish. But just an interesting little knife. I'm glad they sent it out. Very, very grateful. Always love to check out things. Like I said, you want a pretty wicked, fancy-looking little package opener? Hey, the Hummingbird might be your gig. Might not, but it might be. You never know. So let me know down in the comments what you think. These comments are going to be interesting. I know they are. But I will challenge you. Google Atlantic cod. Tell me this doesn't look like one. I mean, obviously it's missing a few fins. It's missing a tail. But just, that is exactly what it reminded me of the first time I saw it. So let me know. Always appreciate you guys. Thanks again to Petrified Fish for sending it out. Thank you guys so much for checking it out with me today. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.